We're going to do the green loop, or part of it. This is at Rivacre Country Park, just down the road from me. Just parked up over there. And it's been a dull day, and then it's changed. I thought I'd go out and have a little walk. All the berries are out nowadays. This is a place where, before my time, there was an open-air pool, swimming pool. Rivacre Outdoor Baths or something like that it was, Victorian. No sign of it now. Rivacre Valley. It's remarkable how pleasant it is now. So I'm ambling along. Have a look at this information board. I know this well, but that's why I'm taking like an outer loop walk. Oh, they are there. What was I talking about? The swimming pool in the garden. Now you can zoom in if you want to read all that information. Most people, you know, as they're not going to be here, they're not going to be too keen as somebody that was maybe local and wanted the information. Or they could take their dog with them and go for a walk here. There you are. Yes, it's lovely. Beautiful. There was a guy from Yorkshire and he used to sell millions of turkeys. He used to say beautiful. Don't think the turkeys have the same. Bernard Manning or something like that, wasn't it? Freddie Laker, remember him? Thankfully, I'll be able to travel cheaply on my aeroplane because of Freddie. The original budget. Well, he actually created it. There wasn't a budget airline. It was for elite people, not for folk who've got dirty fingernails, you know, and do work outdoors. Not for people like that. Yes, it's looking good. Beautiful. So I'm keeping around the edges. You might see the odd house and things like that, but that's fine. Changed her mind coming back. How do? The ranger's office, that's near enough where I've come from. That's at the car park. That's what I'm trying to say. No, I've never walked along there. Or maybe there. No, well, look. I've made up my mind. For good or bad. This is what I'm going to do. It's just a walk, that's all it is. So if you've put this on and playing it now, it's much of the same. You know, there isn't anything sort of intriguing. It's not going to be a play of the week or anything like that. Or some nasty encounter. I hope not, anyway. So I don't think I walked along this path before. And I like that. I like putting my foot somewhere. In the whole of my years and life, I've never stepped foot before. I mean, it does water it down when the fact that there's probably thousands of people who've walked here. It's a nice little tree there. Lovely old tree. Yeah, you follow the lane and then this lovely old tree and you turn left there. It looks empty, that place. It's not, but it's see, do I keep going around the edge? Probably not. It's going the wrong way. So this is a green loop. Yeah, there are things that do happen though. I've got my final one of these left. A persimmon. They're not bad, but if anything, are sweet and everything else. They don't taste odd, they're just a bit bland. So I've had the others with yogurt. And they don't have that yogurt. They should do, you know, apple, strawberry, raspberry, persimmon. Tastes a bit nearest is to oh god, what's it called now? It'll come back to me. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to end up walking back here, I think, because this leads to a way in from the road. Oh no, there is a branching path. We're all right. The signpost. Yeah, that's where you come in there. It's Netherpool, that's the road. Wellwood. Green Loop. Disabled route. Oh yeah, car park and ranger's office again. Yeah. Mango. Do you remember I said it'll come back? Yeah, it tastes a bit like mango. Very nice, quite a good texture. It's slightly bland, so it was great in yogurt. I don't know why they don't do that and mix it. Maybe because it's on offer and generally speaking it's quite hard to find or get or pay for. Yeah, mango. So parts of this walk is new even for me. And I live a few miles away. For those loyal viewers, there are a few of them, just some good news or a change. I'll be in Spain at Malaga in about 10 days or so. I'm looking forward to that. Due to the duration, it's something I'm avoiding is the weather and everything else. That's had its time, hasn't it, really? Good God. Now this is an access road. I suppose they need them, you know, to empty the bins, things like that. There's a castle, well, there's two sort of castle-like structures. One's a true castle and the other's a specialist piece of, what's the word for it? Antiquity, or, you know, a posh word. What's this thing coming up here? Might as well investigate. Yeah, markets and things like that. There's several places I go on the train. I'm going to get a tram, you know, for a long-term stay, because it's next to nothing then. And there's two routes. One goes inland and towards these places of interest like rugged valleys, and the other one is the coastal one, Torremolinos and all that kind of thing. So there's lots of places, not just Torremolinos, that probably most people know, and it's very touristy. But there's other places on that route as well. So, but I will be walking around locally. I like to know the way, like I did at Alicante. I know it very well whilst I was there. So does that lead just off, or does it lead to an outer path, which is the one I want to take if I can? It's a bridge. Yeah. Of course, in my youth I did it, and probably kids do. You used to crawl over these pipes, or as far as you could get. There's a prevention thing there to stop people doing it. Another signpost. Green Loop, that's right. We come from one part of the Green Loop to another bit here. And then that's the North Road, which I guess is a road to the north. Leads to, I know where it leads to, onto the motorway. So I'm actually a local in a way. Yeah, that's what I am. Yeah. There's people here. Yep. Just take a zoom back. Let these people get by. That's it. Yeah. It's lovely lighting here. Really nice. It's going dull again, but even if I've got this little still a big improvement. A little gap in the weather. And I haven't had to spend, you know, normally I drive, even to get to Wales it's only half an hour, but this is easier to do. This is just my smartphone, and the one thing, it is good with zoom and everything else, but it does very well. It's very poor light at the moment, and on the screen usually that's a big challenge, for particularly, you know, because it's a smartphone. It'll have a small lens relative to say a proper camera, but it's very good. I've decided, particularly for travelling, even if it's a distance on the car, but maybe abroad, I'm going to get a smaller gimbal than the one I've got. It's just too big for me to take carting it around, and because the camera itself has got built-in stability that's pretty good. But it's difficult, you know. I'm filming this in one shot, and I'm holding it up, and it's near to my to where I'm viewing it, which that includes my mouth, and you can hear all kinds of noises and there's no microphone added, but I can add that to a smaller one, you know, and it looks like the one I've got. You can use it as a selfie one, you know. It's got a rod and you can extend it, things like that. In fact, who's it? Oh well, one of the couriers has got it at the moment, so it'll be delivered the next day or two, and it just slips in your pocket, which is what you want. I always find that the colours are natural, aren't they? You'd be surprised. You've got other media for filming, and I don't know whether they enhance it or it's by default, and it doesn't look very realistic. This is as near, because when I view it, it doesn't. I can't even. I don't notice it. It's only now I find the colours are spectacular anyway. So you want the impression that you're walking along, not, oh, there's a bridge there. If I go back, I'm not going to go back that way anyway. Another time. Just do the big loop, or the green loop as they call it. Now, I think we can cross over here, shall we? I'm going to go the other side. Let's have a look anyway. Let's have a look at this viewpoint from the bridge. Yeah, we'll go back now because it's gone 20 minutes. Whoops. Sure I don't get run over. Stalled. Now, Borwell Station number 2. Bridgewater Paper Company, subsidiary of a British Consolidated, and then you can contact them for inquiries. Yeah. So we are going to cross that bridge when we come to it. That's a phrase, isn't it? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, we'll go this one. Oh, that's back on the road again. So I could have stayed on that road. Not to worry. I heard voices. I wonder if there's anyone behind. No sign of them. There's a little lane there, B lane, and it leads onto the 8041. I'm being local. I know I can dive onto that. And it carries on and it cuts out a path that can sometimes be blocked. There we go. Any observant people will realise that we were here a few minutes ago. But just to remind you, we're not going into the wood. We're going back to the car park and ranger's office via a slightly different route. Hopefully. Little picnic bench there. In fact, I'm going to sit there and have a drink of water. I'll pause it. A bit of an incline now. I've taken on the water, you know, like a steam engine, so I'll be able to deal with this incline. Open up the throttle a bit. This is some kind of structure. Is it supposed to be a seat? Yes. Pretty old, I would think. Another picnic bench. Trying to zoom it in, there we are. Oh. Oh yeah. But okay. There we are. And I'll show you the ranger's office. Which is just here by this car park where I started. can zoom in when I pause. Oh no, I don't need to pause, I'll just hold it. You can stop and pause it or whatever. There's part of the bit we've done. We've only a small part of it. I've got to tell people don't have children playing near ponds and stuff, you know. As I say, we did see the thing, but it was not on the notice board. Took a lovely pic. That is it a meadow brown or a common brown? That one there, that butterfly. So let's go to the Rangers hut. Nice new bridge there. There was a wooden carving around there. I'll walk over to it if I can, if it's still there. And another picnic bench. So this is one of the access points to Rivacre Country Park. It's probably the best one, in my view, for parking and stuff. Well, there's nothing really to see, but that's what that is the Rangers office. Another set of picnics, benches. The light is going as well now. So that was just a snip. Let's have a look at these information boards. But well worth it, as I thought it was going to be a lousy day all day. I'm lucky to get out. That's the Greenway, which is also a cycle path. Yeah, if you want to see that. Bit of information there. And like I say, the one thing a lot of locals say they miss is the swimming. It was the outdoor. That's gone forever, sadly. It was extremely popular. Local nature reserve. Yep. And it does have bluebells when you're there at the right time, early spring. Badgers sort of dig them up. They're like bulbs, you know, like daffodils, and they crunch on them like sweets. Oh look, there's some doggy's little lead there. Should we have a look what it says? Maple, is that the name of the Wallace with a number on there? Nobody's put the phone up. I'm not going to. They would. It's been gone for some time. It's all rusted, so they would have bought him a new collar, I would have thought. Yeah, there was a carving there. Maybe it's a bit further up. This is Susie, my Suzuki. Known each other for a long time now. Well, a few years. More people coming in for a little walk. A wise choice. All right then. That's a little short walk, very local one, and I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe if you want, doesn't cost anything. It just lets you know when my next world-beating production is out. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.